She used to understand you. When you were building your business and working long hours, she got it. She supported it. She told you she was proud of how hard you worked. When you needed alone time to decompress, she gave you space. She said she appreciated how you showed love, even if it wasn't constant romance and dramatic gestures. She was low maintenance, chill, understanding. She was different from other women, or so you thought. Then something changed. You didn't notice it at first, but slowly, subtly, her understanding started to shift. Now those long work hours that she used to support, they're evidence that you don't prioritize her. That alone time you need, it's you being distant and unavailable. The way you show love that she used to appreciate, now it's not enough. She needs more attention, more affection, more emotional labor. And you're standing there confused because nothing about you changed. You're the same man she fell for, but somehow you're now failing her. Let me introduce you to one of the most dangerous relationship patterns that blindsides good men, the shift. It's when her initial understanding and acceptance of who you are slowly transforms into resentment and dissatisfaction. And if you don't recognize it happening, it'll destroy your relationship before you even realize what hit you. In this video, I'm going to break down what the shift is, why it happens, how to spot it before it's too late, and what you can do to protect yourself. Alpha lens mindset here. Let's break this down. So what is the shift? It's the transition from acceptance to expectation. When you first got together, she accepted you as you were. She knew you worked a lot. She knew you needed your space. She knew you weren't the most emotionally expressive guy, and she said it was fine. She said she wasn't like other women who needed constant attention. She prided herself on being low maintenance, on getting you, on not being needy, and that acceptance felt like coming home. Finally, a woman who doesn't need you to be someone you're not. But here's what you didn't realize. That initial acceptance wasn't permanent, it was conditional. She accepted you as you were because she believed you would change once she locked you down. She thought that her love, her presence, her companionship would inspire you to naturally become more attentive, more romantic, more emotionally available. She wasn't accepting you. She was accepting the version of you she believed she could create. The shift happens when she realizes you're not changing. You're still the same guy. You still work long hours. You still need alone time. You still show love through actions rather than words. And suddenly, what she used to understand, she now resents. The qualities she accepted have become problems she's trying to fix. And you're caught in the middle, wondering what the hell happened to the woman who used to be okay with who you are. Here's why the shift is so dangerous. It's gradual. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like she wakes up one day and suddenly hates everything about you. It's a slow erosion of acceptance, replaced piece by piece with disappointment. And because it's gradual, you don't notice it until you're already deep in it. By the time you realize what's happening, she's already emotionally reset her expectations of you, and you're now falling short of standards you never agreed to meet. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in real time. Early in the relationship, you tell her you need Sunday mornings to yourself. Maybe you hit the gym, maybe you work on a project, maybe you just decompress. And she says, "Of course, babe, I totally get it. Everyone needs their space." 6 months later, you take your Sunday morning and she's irritated. "You're always choosing your alone time over spending time with me. Do you even want to be with me?" Same behavior, different reaction, that's the shift. Or this one. You show love by fixing things around her place, handling logistics, making sure her car is maintained, providing stability. Early on, she appreciates it. "You're so thoughtful. I love that you take care of things." A year later, she's complaining. "You never tell me you love me. You never plan romantic dates. You just do stuff, but I don't feel loved." Same love language, different reception. That's the shift. Here's another classic. You work hard. You're building something. Early on, she's your biggest cheerleader. "I'm so proud of you. I love your ambition." Fast forward, and now she's resentful. "You care more about your work than you do about us. I'm always second priority." same work ethic, different interpretation. That's the shift. What's happening psychologically is this. She's emotionally resetting the relationship contract. When you first got together, there was an implicit agreement. This is who I am. This is who you are. We accept each other. But she's unilaterally changing the terms of that agreement without your consent. She's decided that what she used to accept is no longer acceptable, and now you're expected to change, adapt, and meet new standards that were never part of the original deal. And here's the manipulation tactic embedded in the shift. She'll frame her new expectations as growth. I'm just asking you to grow. I'm asking you to be a better partner. Relationships require effort. And that sounds reasonable. Who doesn't want to grow? Who doesn't want to be a better partner? So you try, you work less, you spend more time with her, you try to be more romantic, more emotionally expressive, and it's never enough. Because the shift isn't about you improving, it's about her being fundamentally dissatisfied with who you are, and no amount of change will fix that. So why does the shift happen? Why do women go from accepting to resenting? Let me break down the core reasons. Reason 1. She expected you to change. She went into the relationship believing that her love would transform you, that once you were committed, you'd naturally want to spend more time with her, be more romantic, be more emotionally available. She saw your current behavior as temporary, something you'd outgrow once you were secure in the relationship. But you didn't change. You're still you. And now she feels deceived, even though you never promised to be anyone other than who you've always been. Reason 2. Social comparison is destroying her contentment. She's on social media, watching other women get flowers, surprise trips, public declarations of love. She's hearing her friends talk about their boyfriends who plan elaborate date nights and send good morning texts every day. And she's comparing your relationship to these highlight reels. Suddenly, what she used to appreciate about you looks inadequate compared to what everyone else seems to have. She's not measuring you against who you were when she met you. She's measuring you against an Instagram fantasy that doesn't exist in real life. Reason 3. Her friends are in her ear. She's venting to her girlfriends about normal relationship stuff. He works a lot. He's not super romantic. And her friends, many of whom are single, bitter, or in their own dysfunctional relationships, are telling her she deserves better. They're planting seeds of discontent. Girl, you shouldn't have to accept that. A real man would prioritize you. You're settling. And slowly, their dissatisfaction becomes hers. She starts viewing your normal behavior through their lens, and suddenly, everything you do becomes evidence that you're not good enough. Reason 4. She's bored. The honeymoon phase is over. The excitement of a new relationship has faded, and instead of accepting that long-term relationships settle into comfortable routines, she's decided that the lack of intensity means something's wrong. She's chasing the feeling of those early months, and when your stable, consistent presence doesn't give her that dopamine hit anymore, she blames you. She's mistaking the natural evolution of a relationship for you failing to keep her interested. And reason 5. She never actually accepted you. This is the hardest truth. She didn't fall in love with who you are. She fell in love with your potential. She saw a version of you in her mind, a fantasy of who you could become, and she convinced herself that's who you were. But you're not a fantasy. You're a real person. And now that she's seeing you clearly, she's disappointed. Not because you changed, but because she finally stopped projecting and started seeing reality. So how do you spot the shift before it destroys your relationship? Let me give you the signs. Pay close attention, because if you're seeing 3 or more of these, the shift is already happening. Sign number 1. What she used to praise, she now criticizes. Remember when she loved your independence? Now she calls it emotional unavailability. Remember when she appreciated your focus on work? Now she calls it neglect. The things that attracted her to you have become the things she complains about. That's not growth. That's revisionist history. She's reframing your qualities as flaws to justify her dissatisfaction. Number 2. She's constantly comparing you to other men. Sarah's boyfriend surprised her with a weekend trip. Jake's girlfriend said he's always planning dates. She's not mentioning these things casually. She's weaponizing them. She's using other men as a benchmark to show you how you're falling short, and every comparison is designed to make you feel inadequate and pressure you into changing. 3. Nothing you do is enough. You plan a date. She complains it's not romantic enough. You spend the weekend with her. She says you're not present enough. You buy her a gift. She says it's not thoughtful enough. You're in a no-win situation because the problem isn't your actions. The problem is her expectations have inflated to impossible standards. She's moved the goalposts so far that you can't reach them, and that's by design. Because if you could meet her expectations, she'd have to admit she's the one with the problem. 4. She's rewriting your history together. You used to be more romantic. You used to make more effort. But when you think back, you're the same. You're showing love the same way you always have. She's the one who's changed her interpretation of your behavior. She's creating a false narrative where you've declined, when really her expectations have increased. 5. She's bringing up your flaws more than your strengths. Early on, she talked about what she loved about you. Now conversations are dominated by what you need to work on, what you're not doing, what you're doing wrong. The ratio has flipped. And when criticism outweighs appreciation in a relationship, resentment has already taken root. 6. She's emotionally distant, but blames you for it. She's pulled back. She's less affectionate. She's less engaged. But when you ask what's wrong, she says it's because you're not meeting her needs. She's withholding connection and using it as leverage to force you to change. This is manipulation. Healthy partners communicate what they need. Toxic partners punish you until you guess what they want and comply. And 7. She's threatening to leave if you don't change. If you can't give me what I need, maybe we shouldn't be together. This is the ultimate power move. She's creating an ultimatum where either you fundamentally change who you are, or she's gone. And here's the truth. If she's threatening to leave, she's already checked out. She's just giving you a chance to dance like a monkey and prove you'll do anything to keep her. Don't take the bait. So what do you do when you recognize the shift is happening? How do you handle a woman who's emotionally resetting the relationship contract without your consent? Let me walk you through it. Step 1. Call it out directly. Don't let this pattern continue in silence. Sit her down and say something like, "When we got together, you said you were okay with how I work, how I need space, how I show love. Now it seems like those same things are problems. What changed?" Force her to articulate it. Make her own the fact that she's the one who's shifted, not you. This confrontation will reveal a lot. If she's mature, she'll acknowledge it, and you can have a real conversation. If she's manipulative, she'll deflect, blame you, and double down. Either way, you'll know what you're dealing with. Step 2. Refuse to negotiate your core identity. If who you are at your core is the problem, you can't fix that by changing. You can improve, you can grow, but you can't become a different person just to make her happy. If she needs you to be someone fundamentally different, she needs to be with someone else. And you need to be okay with that. Your refusal to reshape yourself into her fantasy is not stubbornness. It's self-respect. Step 3. Stop rewarding the complaints. Every time she complains and you scramble to fix it, you're teaching her that complaining works. Stop. Let her be disappointed. Let her complaints hang in the air without you rushing to solve them. If she's genuinely unhappy, she needs to decide what she's going to do about it. But you're not going to destroy yourself trying to meet expectations that will just keep moving. And step 4. Be willing to walk away. This is the hardest step and the most important. If the shift has progressed to the point where she fundamentally resents who you are, if she's emotionally checked out and just pressuring you to change, walk away. You can't love someone into accepting you. You can't perform your way into being enough for someone who's decided you're not. And staying in that dynamic will destroy your self-worth. Better to be alone than to be with someone who's constantly communicating that you're a disappointment. Look, The shift is one of the cruelest forms of manipulation because it's subtle. It doesn't look like abuse. It looks like a woman who just wants you to be a better partner. But underneath that framing is a woman who accepted you conditionally, expected you to change, and is now punishing you for being exactly who you've always been. You deserve to be with someone who accepts you, not the fantasy version of you, not the potential version of you, the actual you, with your work ethic, your need for space, your way of showing love. If she can't accept that, she's not your person, and no amount of changing yourself will make her your person. The shift is a warning sign that the relationship is built on unstable ground. Handle it now or watch it collapse later. If this video just explained what's been happening in your relationship, drop "I see the shift" in the comments. And if you need help navigating this or protecting yourself from this pattern, I offer private coaching. Link in the description. Alpha Lens Mindset here. Stay sharp.